trying to get
over
everything set. You good? Oh shit, am I hitting the mic already? Oh, damn.
Testing.
Wait, is it gonna be a problem if I'm cursing? No? I'm gonna try my best
She
to,
said no
to
shelter.
do my best.
We're going to do good on this
I'm gonna try my
episode.
best to do my
Just
best.
be you.
We're going to do that new. It's a new. It's for the
It's-
kids.
Yeah.
Hey,
A PG version.
If y'all haven't noticed, this is the music that's behind the interviews now. So season
Oh, you
3,
been
we
putting
got
behind
new. What?
you been putting them behind there?
Yeah.
I don't think I watched the new one.
The new interview things.
Yeah.
The little ones. The one I sent you with me, you, and then with Trill City Guapo.
I don't think I
The
noticed.
little- you know what I'm talking about,
I didn't
though,
even
in the
notice,
corner?
though. Oh,
Yeah.
no, I did notice. No, I did notice.
Yeah.
My bad.
So that season 3 music is our season 3 theme song.
Yeah.
Each season, I guess me and Kawhi rotating beats or
I was
something.
try- I was
Because the
trying to
first one
figure-
I
was
wrote,
trying how
I
to
did
figure out-
mine.
I wanted to figure out how to put like a hook in it, like a now you got it hook. But I
So
don't
we can
know.
have like a one that doesn't change.
I don't know. I was just like, as I was hearing the beat, I was like kind of thinking like what could be like a jingle or a tune for now you got it, but
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know.
think it's gonna come. It'll come over time. Like once you guys hear it, you'll be like, yeah, that's
I've been
it right
thinking
there,
about this
that's
for a
it.
long time. It's been like since we started the podcast.
You got it. You got to try. You got to try new things.
I got to try new
You just gotta
things.
keep trying. You just gotta keep trying.
He said, "Now you got it, man." And we he said, "Nah, you got it." What if it's a bunch of people just saying, "Nah, you got it"? Like from the clips of
from all the
people we
clips
already got.
and chop them up.
Yeah, I thought about this a while
Yeah.
back
Theo.
for like a reel.
Lay down. I'm gonna put you outside, son. Sorry, y'all.
Look
I
at her.
can't. Anyways,
That's
what's
all
up,
right,
everybody?
what's
What's up? We in the place to be. Hey, welcome. People's favorite
I don't know what
podcast.
to do.
Nah, you got it. I am Koala Cool. We have Lakita Valone
Hey, what's up,
over
y'all?
here. We got a special guest in the house. 2 special guests in the house.
Oh yes.
This is so funny. What's up, y'all? This is Sasha, everybody. What do you call it?
Hey.
Divine Goddess. That's her brand. Hairstylist.
Brand.
She do color cuts, all that, braids, all that.
And my little small special guest.
And this is KJ.
KJ.
Her
KJ.
son, my godson. We in here. First baby on the... Well, yeah, first baby on the pod. Pulling
Say
up to the
hey, KJ.
pod.
Say hey.
You on YouTube.
Don't
You
worry,
made
you
it.
gotta-
Yeah, you made it big.
Made it big, man. When you get to what age they gonna start talking about YouTube? Like where they be like bragging on it?
9, 10.
Like 9, he can be like, shoot, I was doing YouTube back when I was 2.
Yeah. 'Cause
What?
They want to go ahead
Yeah.
and like, prep their portfolio kind of thing.
Yeah, I've been doing since I was 2. I was on my first podcast and I didn't even have to say anything. They were like, dang, that boy doing things. He doing things. Well, I love how you have him though, because he just be like, he really do be chilling.
He's a super chill baby. Like ever since he was born, he was super chill. That's
Yeah.
what like me and my fiance we just adore. Like we can bring him anywhere and he'll learn to adapt to everything. And we're just like, you're awesome. And even if he doesn't, we just talk to him and treat him like he's like a older human. And
Yeah.
not like a 2-year-old little baby who wants to throw temper tantrums all the time. And he's like, okay, well, I'm with the big people, so I gotta act like the big people.
Yeah.
And so when he see little kids be acting out, he'll be like, what's wrong with you? Like, you okay?
He's like, what's wrong with them kids over there? I witnessed it myself like yesterday at the park. Like he only cried a little bit. Like he don't really just do much. But I remember him just chilling. And like you were just like over here. He's like, no, he's like juice. Okay, all right. And I'm like, who baby? That's why I already knew. Like some kids, I'd be like, no, I already know your kid's gonna be acting up. But I know how you are with him, so I already knew like he wasn't gonna be no.
Like I said, I feel
No
like
problem.
a totally different person. Like at home, I'm kind of like reprimanding him and getting on top of him, and then all of a sudden, when we're in public, I don't have to do all that. I'm like, oh, it pays off. Okay, so when I give him the look or the talk, he's like, I know what's gonna come next.
Yeah.
Like, Mom, okay, Mom.
All right, mama, I ain't gonna act up. I apologize. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
That's how it be for real too.
My bad, y'all. I was just checking the sound real quick, make sure we all good.
We good.
We're holding it down.
We good. I think. Sorry if y'all heard a couple little clicks in there while I was messing with the cables. But yeah, that's what's up, man. So you got a kid, 2 years old. How you like being a mom?
I'm
Honestly,
weak.
it's
I'm
so
weak.
rewarding. I know, right?
I like being a mom. You trying to
It's
join in the
rewarding.
girl talk?
It was definitely different.
So being a mom.
He's like trying to set in the mood. Yeah, no, it was definitely different trying to be a new mom to everything and learn how to adapt and then running a business at the same time. And that was kind of real interesting for a second. And then like I feel like now at 2 years old, it's been a lot easier because at this point I can talk to him and he's able to reciprocate what I'm saying and actually do what I'm saying, versus now I have to, like, sometimes I still have to show him what to do, but we're just doing it repetitively where he can just be in his own zone. So I'm finding his own chill zone, what he likes to do, that's just going to keep him occupied. You know, he doesn't do a lot of screen time because he cuts himself off from it. Like, he's like, okay, I'm done. I want to be interactive with people or objects, and I just want to be learning something. And so right now he's in the middle of doing YouTube Kids, so he's learning different things, but he likes learning versus just like put him in front of a movie or a TV show. He's like, he'll be there for like 5-10 minutes and he's like, okay, I'm done.
Yeah.
But learning, he'd be like, okay, let's keep learning, let's sing, let's talk, let's speak Spanish, let's do things. And I'm like, oh, I love that. Like, okay, kid, come on.
You're like, I like this child.
I like
Whose
this
child is this?
I know.
Yeah, I guess it's different too. For me, when I'm trying to witness it, like when I was watching my niece the other day, it's like I want to be instrumental in like teaching, but I also don't know, like, if I don't have enough time with her, then I don't know what is happening at home. You know what I'm saying? To where I can continue it, like even with my dogs, like I'm a type of person, like if I know something, if somebody's watching them or whoever, I'll be like, this is what we do, this is our routine, this is our boom 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 boom. So that way, like how when I was watching KJ,
yeah, we had a whole routine.
Babe, I watched these kids. Let me tell you this story. I watched. They were what, 2 months old?
I think a month old.
Or a month old. Both of them,
Yeah.
Sasha and my sister. Shout out to Amber. Had their babies a day apart.
Yes.
And one day, my sister needed me to watch my niece because my sister didn't really do a maternity leave. Like, she went right back to work.
And I didn't either.
And then, yeah, she barely didn't either because she worked for herself. So it was
Yeah.
like, no, I can't stop working. Like, I gotta.
Right.
So then one day, my sister was like, can you watch me? I'm like, yeah. And then that night, you were like, I'm so sorry, Lakita, blah, blah, blah. Like, I really don't have anybody to watch him tomorrow. And I was like, you good. As long
like,
as you
"Two
cool.
babies?"
I was like, I got this. I was like, long as you cool with him being around another baby,
Yeah.
then, like, you know, we good, right? So she brings her over to my sister's house, and I'm like, all right, I'm finna be godmama of the year behind this right here. I had 2 babies now, 2 babies, barely 2 months. Oh, let's just say it was barely 2 months.
Yeah.
And I had it down packed, y'all. Let me tell y'all something. I had the changing station ready to go. I had them both on the same sleep schedule, so that way when they wake up, it's like when one baby wake up, I already had the bottle in the
ready,
microwave,
yeah.
and then the other, she had a bottle warmer, so that was in the microwave, and his in the warmer. While I changed one baby, put this baby down, change the other baby, boom, beep, beep, put this up. This baby able to hold her bottle. Man, I had them lit. I didn't have no problems. I really thought I was biting off
You were
more than I
running
could chew.
a super baby daycare
Yeah,
for
little
2
daycare.
by yourself. She had the stations all ready and prepped.
And I was sending y'all pictures
Sending
and stuff on
pictures, yeah.
Snapchat. I was like, babies asleep. Everybody. And like, I was doing the steps too, like while they would be asleep. What I learned,
do
even
that.
just from watching my niece, like what I learned, if you do everything while the babies are asleep, you'll get it done. Some parents will say, get your sleep while the baby's asleep. But to me, I'm like, no, because when that baby wake up, it's like, go.
And it's different for an outsider because, like, you're only having them for probably, like, that 24 hours, right? Or that 3 hours. I have him 24/7.
Yeah.
So when he sleeps, I really do need to lay down and sleep. So that way we both have the same energy. Because if I'm half asleep and tired and exhausted
Yeah.
and he's up, then he's draining me on top of whatever little sleep I got. Like,
Yeah.
it's like when I'm working all the time and stuff like that, you need that 1 hour lunch break to go to the bathroom, go eat, do stuff so you can recuperate to do everything. If I work straight through, by the time the end of the night is done, I'm exhausted, my feet hurt, and then instead of me closing up the shop in 15 to 30 minutes, I'm sitting at the shop for 2 hours because I'm exhausted. I need to regroup. I need to wind down because I didn't get that in between wind down. So
And see
with
that,
him,
and
it's the wind
and that's what
down.
I'm saying. Like you still need a little bit of those moments. Like, I'm not a mom.
Yes.
Like I'm saying, I'm not a
No,
mom.
yeah.
So I'm only hell no.
She's just
I'm just talking about the
dog
babysitting
mom.
part.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, I'm just talking about that. Like, you know, for those little bit of time, then you find those moments. But it's like you said, just finding the moments in between, and then once you're kind of prepped, or at least prep yourself, because it is kind of like full throttle though. Like, you know, if you don't do nothing at all and you go to sleep and then you just wake up like, well, as soon as he get up, I'm gonna do the bottles. It's like, nah, girl, you probably should have prepped them bottles before you went to sleep. You know what I'm saying? So it's like a combination of both. I learned a lot that day, but it was good. Like, she came out, she was like, my child's alive. Everybody child. Everybody asleep at the right time. Strollers on deck. Everybody gone. I was like, I could, you know, nah. If I had to do that every day, like twins or something, heck no.
I literally praise people who have twins. Like my cousin's sister just had twins, and it was her first baby, and she has 2 girls, and I'm like, oh hell no. Like you're like so excited about having a baby, and you're nervous and not knowing like the financial establishment and everything, and then all of a sudden, boom, here comes 2 at a time, and it's double everything. So at that point, you really do rely on like family support, your spouse, you know, partner to help support you and be there, because while you're here trying to take care of one baby, you have another baby. So you're like both have to juggle the exact same thing, because I can't do everything by myself.
What's the most babies that people had at one time?
The quintuplets, right?
Yeah.
Like sextuplets.
It was 6. I thought it was like 8. I thought
you can have 8, right?
8, yeah.
No,
like,
that's one. Well, I mean,
that's crazy.
Well, theoretically, you can have however many. But I'm saying, how many? What's the most ever?
I think it's
Miss Google.
Oh, I wasn't even thinking about that. Sorry, I was like, I think I heard, because I remember these stories.
I know, right? I think it was the 6th but again, there's probably people who had. I think there was a lady who had 8, and but the thing is, the more babies you have in there, it's more of a genetic kind of thing. The more babies you have in your womb that you're carrying, they all come out preemies. So it's really hard to carry and nourish all that, because it takes a lot. Like, you know, you basically have to be at like 38 weeks to 40 weeks to have a super healthy baby where they get everything you need. When they come out sooner, then they're the oven's ready. You know, they're baked good.
And they all splitting the resources.
Exactly.
Or maybe fighting over them or whatever the hell going on in there.
I didn't know how to type this in, but there is somebody having 11 babies.
11? Oh.
Wait, so this person said they had sextuplets. Let's just say, because right now I'm seeing 8, 9, 11. Oh, Casablanca, Morocco, a woman broke the world record for giving birth to 9. Okay, 9 babies at a time. Okay. And she feels very happy 3 months after delivery. Okay, cool. And this other lady that says,
I bet she feel great after all that.
Okay,
Shoot, getting all them out.
So that's what I'm like. You know, don't quote me. This is what I just can find, y'all. So what I found is at least 9. At least 9.
She had a litter of babies.
I'm wondering, what do you do to, like, because that doesn't sound natural. Well, like genetically, like you have to be doing some type of IVF. Or something.
This other one said, the one that said somebody had sextuplets. They use fertility
treatments
drugs,
and stuff like that. Okay. Because I'm like, there's no way. Because I've heard people who do
South
that,
Africa,
and they're just trying at the same time as doing that because something in them is not working, and all of a sudden, like, you still have all those drugs and chemicals in your body, and then like if you do get pregnant, not all those activated. However, and like, whoa. So
like unless twins or something running your family.
Twins or triplets, that's common, you know. But like I've always heard the stories of like a lot of my clients, they've tried, you know, having babies and stuff and have issues and stuff like that, and then they have to go get fertility treatments, and they always try like 1 or 2 and treatments, and they fail, and it's, you know, really sad. And then the third time where it's like they're like, oh, this is my last straw to go through it, all of a sudden they'll be like, okay, you know what, we're gonna put in 3 eggs, or we're gonna put in 2 eggs, and next, you know, now they're having twins or triplets, and you're like,
wait, they put eggs in the lady?
Yeah. Like for some of them who their eggs can't hold well, you know, so they're putting everything in, like they're incubating it in like little dish, and then once it pretty much processes in the little dish, they take that and they stick it in you already halfway processed. Like your body is telling you you're pregnant already.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Believe me, I've gotten so many details of my clients telling me this. I'm like, I have no idea. I've never really done research for it. So I'm like, this is all new to me. But yeah, so they always say it's my last straw. This is the last time I'm going to try. And then as soon as they do, it is very expensive.
IVF.
It's very expensive, I hear.
Crazy.
Yeah. It's almost like a car.
I would just be like, oh, dang, I guess I ain't supposed to have a baby. Okay.
Exactly. But like some people are, I guess, financially there and everything. Like, I said, I don't know. It's expensive. I don't know how people do it, but
like, what if you was like with your partner and that your partner just like really wanted a baby, but then the wife couldn't or something, you know what I'm saying? And then she feels bad.
Why would you not? Because I feel like you would just adopt, or I could maybe see the surrogate thing, like that.
I see some people do that, but then you feel some type of way too with that.
I just don't understand. If you're putting somebody else's egg in your body, it's still not yours. Just because you gave birth to it, it's still not yours.
I thought
technically.
No, they're taking
their own.
Oh, they're taking.
eggs.
Oh, okay.
Yes,
I
yeah,
got
yeah,
explained
yeah.
to me
Okay,
different.
yeah.
I made
So-
it. You made it sound like, or to me, I thought you said like they put another egg in you, like.
No,
So
no,
like
no,
they
no,
Like, so
take.
I was like,
So what
what?
happens? What happens? Some in some cases.
Excuse my ignorance, y'all.
No,
I don't know.
no,
Well, in
no,
in
it's
some
okay.
cases, like if you go, it's almost like going to the sperm bank too.
Yeah.
In some cases, they will take like an egg, like someone's egg, and
Okay.
then fertilize it maybe with your husband's sperm or
Mhm,
whatever.
mhm.
But these are what they're doing to women is taking the good eggs that
Eggs from
are
their-
holding
yes.
before they don't, because some women's body just can't hold them
To a certain
properly.
like a certain
To a
step
certain
and
moment to
everything. Yeah.
become pregnant, if that
Yeah.
makes sense.
Okay.
So sometimes, like before the process even starts, like the woman's egg is not strong enough, so they take the one that they feel are the strongest, and they take them out of you and put them with your husband's sperm, like somewhere. Just say it's like on a little
It's
dish
like a
or something,
like a Petri dish.
and they put them together, and then they let the process happen that would normally happen inside of your body, where the sperm meet the egg.
Yeah.
And then,
Okay.
and
Okay.
then
My
the-
bad. Okay.
Yeah.
So what
And
would happen
so, yeah.
organically and natural inside your
understand.
body? They're just doing it scientifically
outside of it,
the
and
body
then
to
once it's
process it.
ready, the
They
ones
put it
that
right
do
in,
take,
yeah.
because there is a possibility that they won't too. So you're like taking that risk
Yeah.
of like taking your good eggs and then hoping that they match with the sperm well to become pregnant. And sometimes it works, sometimes it
Do
don't.
we know the rate at which that works,
I don't know.
and without any side effects of any kind?
I haven't heard anything of any side effects from that because, like, to me, the process is pretty natural versus like when you.
It
have
sounds
to do,
completely unnatural to me.
It does, yeah, but it like.
But-
I got it whenever y'all ready.
Go ahead.
Most women typically see success rates of 20 to 35% per cycle, but the likelihood of getting pregnant decreases with each successive round while the cost increases. Yeah, that's why people stop. Cumulative effect of 3 full cycles of IVF increases the chances of a successful pregnancy to 45 to 53%.
Wow.
Know anything about side effects?
Yeah, I mean,
And I know some women just off the rip get like bruises and stuff because they have depending on.
they have to put so many injections, like a weekly thing, and then go get tested
Negative.
every 4 weeks.
The number one, I don't know if it's in order, but multiple births.
That's the side
Multiple
effect.
births, yeah. IVF increases the risk of multiple births if more than one embryo is transferred to the uterus. Then next, premature delivery and low birth weight. And that what you said, them coming out premature.
Mm-hmm.
Ovarian hyperstimulation syndrome, or like that's kind of like cyst almost, or
Mm-hmm.
I know.
hyperstimulation. Oh, I guess like you overstimulated your eggs.
Yes, yeah, you did. Yeah, so pretty much what can happen is you can have identical eggs, or you can have where it's basically like one embryo. Like if they decide let's put one egg and one sperm, and it took something with the like the chemicals and everything, it can help split that one egg into two. So that's how you end up with identical twins. And with some, they'll go ahead and put 2 eggs in and 2 sperms, and they'll take, but then all of a sudden there might be a 50-50 chance that one baby may make it and the other baby may not.
Yeah.
So like there's always that 50-50 chance, or they'll both make it, but then halfway through something happens, you know? Oh, wow. You really have a lot to say.
He's like, I made it.
Yeah,
I'm
so
out.
I mean, like I said, I haven't done too much research on it, but based on my clients who are currently pregnant with twins or have gone through it, they seem the success rate, the rate on that, like it's always their 3rd time going for the last round, and they end up with either one baby or twins.
And because that's even what Kanye and Kim did.
Oh, yeah.
But I thought they had a surrogate.
They had a surrogate for one, and I
Uh-huh.
think she, if I'm not mistaken, she like froze
Her eggs.
one of the ones before like the surrogate.
Oh, okay.
Because I feel like
Did she do that because she had complications?
Mm-hmm. And so, like, I know they wanted to have more kids. And so, because my sister be watching and keeping up with the Kardashians or whatever. And so, I think they wanted to have more kids. But she already had complications with, like, North and then
Mm-hmm.
Saint, I think.
I
or
don't know, West, Saint,
whichever one,
one of
yeah.
them, all them kids.
And so, yeah, she likes it. But that was that miscarriage, egg, to keep going, miscarriage, egg, retrieval, procedure, complications, ectopic pregnancy, birth defects. And last but not least, cancer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You already know
I
cancer.
love science
happened?
and I love technology, but I just always like wondered like what the actual like cost is on doing anything, especially when it comes to like stuff with the body and doing, you know what I mean?
Cosmetic
like,
stuff or anything. To me, it's more of like a
anything.
car down payment. It's the best way I could describe it. Like if whatever the car is.
Hey, sir, please do not touch that mic again, okay? Thank you.
He was like, what?
I was just telling Keita the other day, man, I don't think I know how to talk to little kids, but they understand me.
No, he's good.
But like, I feel like
Scientific stuff. I was saying, like, it's pretty. I think it's more of like a car down payment or a car payment. It is like not a car payment. Like how much a car would be is pretty much the cost of any medical procedure that you have to do. It's I think a comparison someone had told me. Like if you, like basically like a Bentley or something sitting in the parking lot, that's how much it cost me to get my body reconstructed and done, or to have to
and that's like and that's crazy. So and that's like cosmetic surgery is crazy to me because people forget that it's still surgery.
Yeah.
And like if you look up like the death rate or like the complication rate with cosmetic surgery, it's freaking high.
Yeah.
It's really high.
Mm-hmm. Like I think I just found out I was following a female barber who got her boobs done, and I feel like I did not know anything about breast implants, but apparently you have to get them touched up or checked every 10 years or so. It's like a 10-year warranty. And if you don't, you can end up getting complications, stuff like that. Well, there's a thing called breast implant disability or cancerous of some sort.
Oh yeah.
And she pretty much ended up getting surgery. Like she did her breast implants 3 times to like get them bigger or fixed or something, and then realized like her body was depleting something, and so she got them removed. And her
titties was eating her nutrients.
Yeah, she got them removed, and like it was like she felt better. And then after she did research and all that stuff, I think she ended up doing the boobs again because she's like, at this point, I've had them in for so long that what's the point? But I did have a client who she had actual like her left side wouldn't operate properly, her back was hurting and all this other stuff, and she was telling me that she was under a lot of medication and all this stuff, and her husband had to support her because she couldn't work because of her physical disability. And I mean, this was like she said for years. So I just met her probably 2 years ago.
Because she wanted some bigger titties.
Well, no, I didn't even know that she had like her boobs done. Like she looked natural and fit her.
Oh,
she came to tell me, yeah, she was like, Sasha, I just got my boobs removed, and wouldn't you know, like that was the actual thing. My back feels so much better. I don't need to take all the medication that I was. My hair is growing back fully.
Wouldn't you know, when you took out the unnatural things I put in my body, I started feeling better.
It was crazy when she said that. I said, what? She's like, I can move my arms and everything. Yeah, because she's like, do you understand? I was under medication for years. And she's like, all it was removing the fake boobies, and I feel so much better.
That happened to one of my friends. I ain't gonna say who. But she got her boobs out too, and she was like, I literally feel so much better. And I'm like, to me, she even looks better, like without them.
I'm just like, I don't know, like, what's the
purpose of your little itty bitty titties?
Embrace what you got.
Right,
Embrace what you got. There's somebody out there who's gonna appreciate everything about your body. I'm just all about being natural and being you. You know, just embrace it. There's clothes out there that's going to embrace what you got. Just embrace it. You don't need to be wearing what these girls with big boobs that got to wear, because let me tell you, you want big boobs, and big boobs have problems too.
Yeah.
So, at least I could go without a bra and be fine.
Okay. Because the ones that got them, they be mad. And then people, they be like getting them, they be looking at y'all like, why in the world would you get this? Like, you want these back problems? Like, there's so many people, like even one of my cousins too, just getting reductions of, like, just all kind of stuff to like not have it, and people adding stuff to themselves.
No, thank you.
Fellas, quit putting that oil in your dicks. You don't need that. You know about the oil?
No.
You know about the oil?
No. What?
My bad. So
you said in or on?
Oh,
no, you said
in. Oh yeah. There's like injections men can get like in they stuff to like. It's like basically just like you got a dick full of oil.
Oh wow!
And it's like makes it bigger or some shit. I don't know.
That's disgusting.
What I've heard things guys do. They ain't really nothing for guys. Like when we have problems, like, you know what I'm saying. Guys don't really like do a whole lot. It's like some guys did the calf implants or something stupid like that or whatever. But
not
they
the
ain't
calf
really
implants.
Like, for real, I don't know why the calf.
I would like to insert some pecs. Just get some more pecs.
Oh my gosh, no.
I remember back in the day when I was in high school, this MTV used to have this show, and it would be like just like regular people that would like do stuff, and it was about this dude that was getting calf implants. So he was like that whole episode because it was like nobody had ever heard of that before. So it was like, what's this guy getting calf implants?
They probably begin like
He was like in LA, and he was a model or whatever.
I feel like everything starts in LA with all these doctors trying
to
to invent something for everybody because these guys have to have the perfect body for every movie you throw. Like, every movie or show you shoot, you have to be the perfect image of everything. Doesn't matter how many surgeries you've gone through. And it's like, what?
Yes.
What they be getting those, men be getting those chin implants.
Yeah.
Chin implants.
Or even like the hair,
jaw,
even the hair implants to
jaw.
try
Make
to
it
create a
feel
full
manly, like
yes.
come out a little bit.
Yeah, you don't want a weak jaw.
Weak jaw.
I want like a perfect structure of like the high
the
cheekbones.
cartoon, yeah, like the cartoon,
Yeah,
like
and
man
like,
with the. But then they be looking crazy.
Look, chew a pack of gum. I promise you, you'll tighten up that jaw muscle. You'll be fine.
Chew a whole pack
of gum
a day.
Yeah. It is weird how faces are like vary like a lot. You know what I mean? Like there's a lot of different kind of faces.
Yeah.
So it's like keep yours. I'm all for like little stuff. Like don't get me wrong. Like when I get the big bucks, I like the little laser stretch mark, like that kind of stuff where you like want to clear your skin or like facials or like laser the stretch marks off or like I'm cool with like teeth stuff too, like people want to do like veneers or like.
I will rip all my teeth out and get fake ones. I would love that.
Really?
That
yeah,
sounds
like
amazing.
you know what I'm saying, like
Oh
that
my
kind of
goodness.
stuff.
That sounds amazing.
That
I
kind
can't
of
wait
stuff.
to have a bunch of fake teeth in my mouth.
He's like, I can't wait.
Hey.
But like that kind of stuff, that'd be kind of cool. Cause I know when I make the big bucks, that was the first thing I'm gonna do: get the laser stretch marks, and then come in there and be like, "All right, I like my teeth, but I want to love my teeth. What can y'all do for me?"
I've seen people who have like veneers, and I'm just like, my thing is just it has to match because it looks like it's too fake. Like you're like,
oh yeah, you're
hi,
not too white.
and you're like, oh, that's too much teeth.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah, your teeth ain't supposed to be that white, player. Like not even not even the newest born baby got teeth that white. I mean,
Not the
no
newest
newborn
born
whatever.
baby.
The newest teeth on earth
Even the
or whatever.
Yeah.
Even the newest.
This man's teeth ain't that white.
Let's see what you got. What's your He said, "Hold on, y'all don't know me." You started smiling.
Yeah, when I was in high school, this girl had
Veneers.
I don't know what she had. Her
What?
mom was like a
In high
dentist.
school?
Her mom was
Oh.
a
I feel like
Okay.
a lot. You know what? I do
Yeah,
notice
yeah.
that a lot of parents who are dentists, they try it all on their kids.
Yeah, they do. And where I grew up is a really small town.
Uh-huh.
There's only one dentist place in the whole
Okay.
town. So
Uh-huh.
like,
Oh,
so she was
right.
that kid. She was, you know what I'm saying? She was the dentist kid. So she had the biggest, whitest smile on earth, but she would creep me out because her teeth was just too white. Your
Dang.
teeth are too white, girl.
Yeah, like not realistic. Like you can just tell. Give me a break. Yeah. Go ahead. Like not being real. He said, "Y'all talk about my teeth. I got good teeth."
You ever had a dream that your teeth were falling out?
I think you talked about this one time. Let me look it
This
up.
is one of my like reoccurring dreams.
Yeah, you did.
I
Let me
like
see.
where I have like a fear of like my teeth falling out. I don't know why, what that means or what it is.
Teeth falling out, dream death. Is what it said. That's what it said.
Oh no! Hold on, where's the?
The fear.
Oh no, that's not the way.
Oh, here your ass. He just scared to get old.
Oh no, it's out of it.
Look. Death and fear of aging. In some cultures, as
Oh,
a Chinese,
no.
losing teeth in a dream is considered an indicator of the future death of a family member. Also, these dreams have been said to represent a fear of getting older or concern about their own death. As much as you be talking about, you don't care about.
No, I think I have
You
a fear of
do.
my teeth falling out one day. Forget all
Well,
that.
aging, that's getting old because
That's what
all
I be-
people teeth fall out.
Because my teeth,
Yeah.
I don't know if I like my teeth. I feel like it's a big deal for some reason. Maybe it's because I used to have like really spaced out teeth, and I got braces, and like you know what I'm saying, got like a better smile. So like, my teeth has always just been.
I
Like,
like my
You know,
that's
like-
me. Like I think once I took off
too.
my braces, I could not stop smiling. I like
and I think I worked. I haven't worn my retainer, and I lost it long ago and used it. So I
That's
think I always
everybody.
worry about my teeth like going back to like how they were or something like subconsciously.
Uh-huh.
So I like I'm not afraid of death or getting older. Like
he said.
not any more than the next person, but.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But when I be having dreams of my teeth falling out, I think it's because I genuinely be fucking worried about my teeth falling
I
out.
just don't want my teeth to fall out.
I don't want my teeth to fall out. That'd be horrible. But I mean, like in my dream, I'll just be like, it'll be like falling out. And it was like I don't even have that many teeth. Like teeth would just be like falling out in my dream, and I'll be like, oh
think
my
they said-
goodness.
Or getting older, concerned about their own death or a death of a family
Yeah,
member.
that's it. Yeah, exactly. I was like, oh my gosh, guys. My
Like
mom-
maybe you're just scared of losing somebody special.
Yeah.
And
That's why I
and
don't let
teeth.
nobody close. No, I'm just kidding.
And the teeth is the indicator. See y'all making my teeth fall out.
No.
I just got that book about dreams, which I'm trying to get into, but it's a pretty complicated read, so I have to like really like be in the mood to sit down and read something educational.
A book about dreams?
Yeah, it's by Carl Jung, who's like a German
Yes,
psychologist.
and so I feel like I've heard of this guy. I don't know why. Oh, because of psychology. You showed me in the bookstore.
He's like one of the inventors of modern psychology.
That's why I was like, this sounds familiar.
But yeah, he's got a lot of great books, and this one's about dreams, and so he's just explaining how dreams are just attached to your subconscious and what, like, you know, how they're attached, and you know,
Interesting.
it's pretty cool.
Have you had any weird dreams? Any like reoccurring ones, like he said?
I don't know. Like, I feel like I do, and every time I do, I always like go to my mom to talk about them, and she's always like, well, this is what this means, and this is what this means, and I'm like, Mom, what in the world? Or she's big on telling me her dreams. Like, I had a dream, Sasha, and I was just thinking about you. I think it might have to do with you. And I'm like, Mom, that's a little too much. And then she'll be like, it wasn't you, it was somebody else. And I was like, okay.
Do you have one that you remember? Or you don't remember none?
I think it's probably like a teeth dream. Like, I don't.
No,
seriously.
You can't steal mine. Come
I
on.
know, right? I
You
know.
know,
I'm trying to
come
think.
to think of it, I think it was teeth.
No, because when you said that, I was like, it means something, right? Like, because I think that's the last thing I had told my mom about. And probably the last time I had that, like, that's when I found out, like, my uncle had passed away. And, like, it was, like, the next day, and it was the weirdest feeling. And I was like, what in the world? Like, did not expect that.
Dang, see,
Yeah.
and women, y'all are crazy how y'all be knowing people are dying. I don't know what the fuck y'all do.
I mean, it might not be like
It's
somebody
just a
in your
feel- it's a
family,
but
but
y'all
it's
be
just
knowing when somebody's fucking dying. Like, what's
It's
the
the
hell?
intuition,
It's
man.
I
It
guess,
come
yeah.
with it. You wake up and it come with it. I don't know, cause I knew whenever my dad was passing away, and then like I felt something weird that day, but I didn't think that was gonna be it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was feeling something weird, but I didn't think there was gonna be death. I guess I was just trying like to not think of it or something. But like when I left for work that day, I didn't get to see him. And normally I get to see everybody when I leave. Like, oh, so y'all, I'm leaving or whatever. But I didn't do that. And then for some reason they were like, oh, my ex at the time, my boyfriend at the time was like, hey, I gotta take you over here to your uncle's or whatever. And I was just confused because I was like, why would we go over here? And so I thought, and I already knew, I was like, don't tell me, because today was like one of those weird days. And it felt weird, but I didn't know it felt that doggone weird, you know what I'm saying? And I could tell he was dying like that week, though. Like, it was crazy.
Really?
Like, it was like the way he was acting towards me was different. And just like a lot of different stuff. And I was kind of like, maybe he knows, too, you know?
Y'all like dogs.
Like
no
he
offense.
knows.
What?
Said y'all are like dogs. No offense. Dogs know when people are dying too.
Yeah, they do. They have.
We're just
like,
in tune.
When they know
Yeah.
people have cancer, and they have cancer sniffing dogs.
They start
Cancer
acting a certain
sniffing.
way.
They can go-
No, but you know what?
And then when they
Actually,
pregnant, too.
I'm
Yes.
sorry,
Oh,
ladies.
no,
y'all
no.
ain't like dogs.
No.
That was terrible.
no, but yeah, my dog, she knew I was pregnant before
Y'all
I knew I
like
was
dogs.
pregnant. It was the weirdest thing. Like, she just like would cuddle up to me and just kind of like always put her head on my stomach and stuff. I'm like,
Yeah,
what do
they
you
know.
like? You're super cuddly. And I was like, girl, get off of me. And then my fiance's dog, he started doing that too. And I'm like, what is up with you guys? Like, you guys are just so in love with me right now. And I want to say probably like 2 months. Like 2 months later or so is when we found out that we were actually expecting KJ. And I was like, oh, that kind of makes sense.
Yeah, but
like,
dogs
what in
do
the
that.
world? But then I
Babies,
did.
too.
Yeah, they do. They babies and dogs are, I feel like they're intuitive at the same time. Like, they know certain things. They feel vibes and they feel off vibes. Like KJ, if he's off, he gonna scream and like, don't touch me, don't hold me. Dogs, they're more of like barking and growling at you, like, I'm warning you, stay away from me, you know? But I had, talking about deaths, I had, like, I remember when I was, I think, 7th grade, And my mom had called me and was like, hey, I need you to come home, after practice as soon as possible. And I was like, okay. And I was playing basketball. So I remember walking home in New York City late at night, and all I saw was a bunch of animals. Like, I seen stray cats, a lot more than normal. I was like, what is going on? Why am I seeing all these stray cats? And I just started running home, and I started crying before I even knew anything. Like, my mom wasn't crying on the phone or saying anything, but I just felt so kind of like, what am I going to do? And I was like, why am I seeing all these animals? And as soon as I got home, my mom tells me my dog died. And I was like, oh my gosh. Like, I was so sad. And she was like, she was waiting for me until I got home. Oh my God. Yeah. So I was like, oh my God. And then that happened to me again with my dad's dog. And I was like, so now I'm like, I don't want to read into signs, but I'm like, what does that mean? Why am I seeing so many dogs in normal? Why am I seeing so many animals? Like I don't have cats. I only have dogs. So I'm like, what does this mean? Yeah. And it's like, this is what happened. I'm like, oh my God, I was feeling off all day today. And now I know why.
Yeah, it's definitely like intuition. And I honestly, from what I've seen though, I feel like the more in tune you are with those like emotions, and then like the I guess the purest form of those emotions, to me it seems as though that's what keeps happening. Because like babies, when they come out, they don't really have no malicious intent.
No,
they just kind of hear, and it's like they just feel, because they literally just feel whatever is getting given off. And then, like same thing with animals. Like I just feel like it's just like more of a whatever you're giving is what I'm feeling. But like because I'm so in tune with like trying to be around you, or like so absorbed in you, that they like pay attention so much.
That's like
they don't rely on words. Human beings, as they get older, they rely more on words and they do less on their intuition. So like now we're at a point where actually we dismiss intuition and say, man, girl, you crazy. This one crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like that's like a really big thing. And especially like back in the day, like, you know what I'm saying? Like like women's rights and all that type of stuff. Y'all was just straight up crazy for whatever y'all thought. For real. Y'all got sent to the hospital all the time.
Yeah.
Just for
speaking of your mind.
Even speaking your mind.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah. Like you're not allowed to be entitled to your
So don't even come to me with no intuition. You ain't got no proof, and you feel like, what?
Yeah.
Man, send her to the hospital.
Honestly, that do be hard. Like,
yeah.
And I just gave up on trying to like help people. Like there was a point in time where I'd be like, man, I just wouldn't say nothing, because then I feel like if I didn't say nothing, I wasn't warning nobody. And so then I started saying stuff sometimes, and people be like, oh, like if I took from woman to woman, women will be like, girl, I was feeling something too. Like, like I was saying, like, okay, cool, so I'm not tripping, right?
Yeah. The vibe was completely off like that.
All right, like whatever. And I'm like, so I just stop. If I have intuitive moments, I limit them to like which ones I say out loud, because if I just don't say nothing, like, and I just see it happen, it'll end up manifesting to like what I felt anyway. But if I speak on it too soon, it might not be received properly all the time. I don't know. So I just kind of like pick and choose like which ones I guess can be handled without sounding crazy. You know what I'm saying? So it be for real though. But I do know, like, because if there's a woman that is in tune with that and is like I felt something, or like, girl, you're not crazy, because sometimes I be feeling like that's why we talk to each other about those intuitive moments, because it does make us feel like we're not crazy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because a man, like, there are some men that just understand though that women have that, so then they'll just kind of be like, all right, I might not understand, but like, I trust you, or I trust like what you're saying, like I trust your instinct. Because like those men that know that, it kind of helps too, I guess you could say, to make you feel like less crazy.
I guess my thing is if your intuition only kicks in for bad stuff, like I don't want to hear it. Like use your intuition to tell me something good is coming at least once in a while. If all you're doing is telling me bad stuff all the time,
no, that doesn't happen like that.
No. I know it'll happen like that, but what I'm describing is a type of person that's like, oh, that's a sign that, and they
reading into everything.
And they read into everything.
No,
something bad's gonna happen all the time. And it's like,
I know, what you call it, gypsy, psychic lady or something.
No, like just a few things. Like if it really gives you chills, or just like, wow, I don't know why I feel like this, but it's bothering me. Then But if it's kind of like,
or like if you
the dog looking at me kind of funny, that means something. Like, I'm not gonna read into that. Like the door turned.
I was feeling
open
today, like so bad on having like.
No,
I ain't no psychic or no gypsy.
I don't try to intentionally wake up being like something's gonna happen. I gotta read into it.
It's just like whenever
go with the flow.
it
Today's a new
hits
day.
you randomly.
Yeah,
I'm not
it
gonna
does.
lie.
It
Like
does.
it'll just be like whether it's an emotion that you go through, something that keeps happening, something.
But it's an ongoing thing. Like, it's not something that happens today and then you're like, okay, cool, it got solved today. It's like something kind of like sets you off today, and then it's like it's a pondering thing for like a couple of days. So you're basically trying to get that, what I say, like that wrap your head around kind of moment. Like, what does that mean, or what sign are you trying to show me? Like, I'm trying to open up my eyes to like focus on like not reading too much into it, but just seeing what it is.
Yeah.
You know, until something happens and you're like, all these signs were leading up to
To
this
this,
moment.
yes.
Yeah, like now that makes sense. And it could be good or it could be bad. Like, man, I have like you do something exciting, you got butterflies in your stomach, and you're like, oh my God, like I'm getting excited about something, and it just be like, hey, like I'm coming on the podcast, I got butterflies. Why am I getting butterflies by going on the podcast? Because we're just going to be able to talk and just enjoy yourself, or it's going to be a good turnout, and you have no idea how it's going to go.
Yes.
So it's always like a good kind of like, it could be good or it could be bad, but it's for
that was good.
us females, I can't speak for everybody. It's more of like a pondering thing, and it's just like small doses of like, what? Like,
and I think that when
feel.
you're more in tune to
yeah
with it, or just aware that it's going on.
Yeah, exactly.
You have to almost ponder, like you almost have to, like, because if you don't, it's like you're just breezing by the intuition or the sign or whatever you're trying to figure out with yourself. You know.
Or what about the after the fact intuition? People be like, something bad happened to you, then they be like, oh yeah, I saw this. I had this sign that told me. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh yeah, I was thinking about this the other day. You know what I'm saying? It's like, man, why didn't you have said something yesterday before I got into this car accident?
Oh well, no, see, I don't see stuff like that. But
that be happening too.
No.
That's crazy because I was just thinking yesterday, and then.
Well, sometimes I would say too, like, to speak on that though. Dang, man, you're right. I to speak on that though, I would say like how I felt like my dad was gonna die. Some stuff you just don't want to speak into existence.
Sure, yeah, exactly. And I'm big on that. Like affirmation is huge. Like, you put it out there and say it out loud.
Y'all, he gonna die this week. I can feel it, and everybody be like, "Damn, but have a little faith," you know.
No, you want to know what's so crazy is like talking about car accidents. I got into one big car accident. I was scared shit. Like, I didn't know what was gonna happen, and that day, want to talk about signs. Like, signs were telling me, go home, Sasha. I had worked super late. I think I worked like a double shift because I was working as like a bartender at night, and then I got probably like 2.5 hours, and then I went to to the salon to work, a 9-hour shift. And then my brother was staying with me, and we're gonna go to this party. My friend invited us to a party. He's a DJ there, and it was like I'm driving from Katy all the way to Sugarland. And that's like a good like hour and a half.
Katy to Sugarland.
What? 20 minutes.
Not a long way.
Oh well, the party it was an hour drive.
All the way.
Like, it must have been like on the north side of Katy or something. Oh, okay.
Yeah. I was far as Katy. Yeah. So it was an hour drive, and I was like, oh my gosh.
You got a whole
the back
highway
way
just to go that way.
Yeah. So I remember like, I got off of work and I was like, I'm feeling tired, but I need to take a nap. And then it just like, the day was just passing me by. So my brother and I were like, let's go get the car washed, and then we can go to the party, whatever, and get there on time. I was like, okay, cool. So I had, I didn't get to take my nap, and I was like, man, and we went to go get the car washed, and we're cutting it close. We go in the car from wherever we were. My rosary that I've had for so long decides to just pop. And I was like, that's weird. I was like, all right, fine.
That's weird.
I was like,
like it broke or something?
Like, it was just hanging there, and it just decided to just, just fall off. So I was like,
damn.
to me, I was like,
oh no.
I damn.
I would have got in bed.
So then I was
this
like,
party ain't for me.
I was like, we're not gonna read into it too much, right? So I was like, oh shit. Like, I kind of get spooked about that. Like, when my rosy pops, I'm like, what happened? You know, what's going on? Too much negativity going on. So I was like, okay, something must have been going on. Like, who gave me the rosary? What's going on with them? And then we took my car to the car wash, and I remember my plate fell off. How does your plate fall off in the car wash? And I was like, that's weird.
They must have been scrubbing the shit out
your
your
car.
car.
Do y'all guardian angels? Because this sounds like a guardian angel being like, girl, you need to go home. Not your
rosary. I know, right?
Yeah. Get that down.
So, but it was like the daytime, like you're trying to get prepared for the party at 10 o'clock at night. That's later. Yeah. And I'm like, what is going on here? So my brother and I were reading into it like, that's weird. My brother just bought like these cute little lights to put on my outside of the car, like to put on the rim, so it looked like the little strobe lights. So we decorate the car like that, make it real nice and cool, and we head out to drive. My friend last minute's like, hey, I want to come with you guys. So I'm like, okay, like I haven't seen my friend's sister in so long. and let's just go hang out. So we go to the party, we hang out. She ends up meeting some guy at the party and is like, hey, I'm not going to go home with you. I'm going to go to like a breakfast spot with this guy. And I'm like, are you crazy? Like, you just met this guy at the party and you're just going to leave us? And she was like, I'll be safe. I'll be fine, whatever. Like, and I'm like, you're my sister. Like, I can't just let you go. Like, I don't care how old you are.
Hold on, pause 1 second. Is Saweetie doing too much? Do y'all know who Saweetie is?
Sweetie?
Sweetie the rapper? Never mind. Pause. We're going to talk about this in a second. Go on. Continue the story. Never mind. I'm sorry.
Okay,
Go ahead,
yeah.
continue the story. We're going to talk about it in a second.
So so I was like, all right, like, she just left. My brother, I was a designated driver, and of course, like, I'm tired. But I'm like, okay, it's fine. It's cold. Start driving home. I'm probably about, like, 10 minutes away from my house. And you always hear, like, most accidents happen when you're closer to home. So I'm like, all right, we're on the highway. We're going through. And I remember listening to freaking Work, Work, Work by Drake and Rihanna. And I was like, why?
She hates that song now. I hate
Oh, no. Every time I hear it, I'm like, change the station. Change the station. Change the station. So I went ahead and we drove through, and I had fallen asleep behind the wheel. Like, I thought I blinked my eye for a second, and I actually... and the officer said that it's basically a thing where, like, when you're exhausted, like, past exhaustion is the same exact thing as if you're intoxicated.
Yeah, it is.
And he was like that's the
Sleep deprivation.
Yeah, and he was like, it's the same thing. So I had fallen asleep, and good thing there was no one on the highway. Officer just pulled up onto the highway when he saw my accident, and I was basically like praying to God, like, please protect me and stop the car in a safe manner. My brother was put his chair completely laid back, and I had hit one side of the wall and completely spun the car around and drove straight across the highway to the other wall. And as soon as I finished my prayer, like, God, please stop my car, that car stopped. Like, it hit the wall and stopped. And I was like, what in the world? Like, I never had that before. And the car was smoking. We're sitting this far apart in the car, and I can't even see my brother. And I'm here calling for him, and he's intoxicated. But he's like, what the fuck, Sasha? What's going on? And I'm like, dude, like, I don't even know what happened. And all of a sudden, he just he wakes up where both of our doors are jammed inside, and I don't know how, but I didn't even know my glasses had flew off my face. Like, I could not see, like, I was blind. And I had opened up my door, he opened up his door, and we both got out of the car. When the ambulance came and the fire truck came, they had to use a crowbar to open up my door. And they were like, how did you get out from your passenger side or your driver's side?
Baby, let me tell you about the God we serve.
I was like, oh my gosh. And then I said,
gosh.
you know what? And then a piece of my car from the inside broke off, and they said if my brother was not laying down, it would have amputated his head.
Dang.
I want to talk about, like, I mean, yeah, like, completely, like, it was so bad. And and I said, thank God my friend didn't come with us. Because she would have been sitting in the back seat laying down. And then 2, I guess it was better that I was driving, but I should have, when I started to feel tired, and I do this till this day now because that scared me. I pull over, take a nap, I go get coffee. I got coffee, energy drink, more water, and I be driving. And then, like me and my fiance, whenever we're doing road trips, and we take 2 of our cars to do road trips, we do like 22 hours, 12 hours, and we probably pull over like 3 times or every 3 to 4 hours. And we're like, let's go ahead and walk around, like, open up our eyes. Let's go ahead and drink some water. Let's get some coffee in us and whatever. And I keep going. But if I really can't keep going, we pulled over plenty of times and taken 4-hour naps.
You know my trick is?
What?
Sunflower seeds. Keep you up every time.
Dude, I have to do. I
feel
feel like
just doing
I
that.
feel like,
that
yeah.
should keep you up. You know
Dude,
what I'm
I'm like, I got bags of chips and stuff. It's like the munchies. Like, I have to keep my mouth going, like moving and stuff and doing stuff with my arms and my hands to keep myself focused. Because if I'm just doing this, like, I'm just gonna be like this. So if I'm kind of, I gotta open up the bag and I gotta use my brain to do stuff while I'm driving. Oh yeah, my mind stays like this.
Yeah, your body has a cool thing that it does whenever you're eating or it knows you're eating. It'll make sure you stay awake.
Yeah,
And
you
then
can't
when you stop eating,
yeah.
it's like, okay,
But
it's time to
sunflower
go to
seeds,
sleep.
I definitely would try
I was
that.
about to say, because I need somebody to explain how the hell I keep waking up. Well, I used to keep waking up with food all over me.
I used to have that problem
That shit
really
was
bad
not stopping.
Yeah.
when I worked a day job that I had to be like up. I had to be up at like 6 and then drive the other side of town, and that would happen to me. Like, even it didn't even matter if I got enough sleep. Like, it didn't even matter. Like, I would still like doze off. Like,
Sometimes
trying
that
to
sun
get
is
to work
brutal, guys.
and
That sun
fight.
is brutal.
ooh,
Yeah.
that's scary.
No,
No,
but like I saw
it
all those
is.
signs, and I said I was trying to force myself so bad just to go to this party for what, you know, just so I can, like, me and my brother can have that, like, sibling time and go out to a house party, you know. And I should have told myself, younger Sasha, hey, look at all the signs. Like, you haven't even left town yet or gone that far. Like, you know what? Just chill. Do something at home. I know you want to go to a party and stuff. I really could have gone to a club if I wanted to. It's only 15 minutes away versus an hour drive, you know, because an hour from Katy to Sugarland off Beltway, there's nothing. It's just black and trees. Like, at least if you're still like in downtown Houston, you still got the city and stuff like that.
Like a straight shot.
It's just a straight shot, exactly. And people always say like my dad used to tell me when you're on a road trip and stuff, always be moving your feet up and down to do like calf muscles, because that's where you don't keep your distance. You're kind of like doing an exercise when you're working. And then like when you're looking at the road, don't just look at the road. Look at the trees, look up at the sky. Like, keep your eyes moving around, because that's what's going to keep you awake and distracted, and also paying attention to what's going on around you.
Yeah, I've had too many of those.
Driving is almost like sleeping, like going to sleep. Like, especially when you're just like chilling, like it's kind of like going to sleep.
Yeah. It's very soothing.
Very
soothing.
Don't put your ass to sleep too.
Yeah.
Man, that's so many times
I've had so many of those.
Where
like,
you get signs
bad.
and you just don't follow, and you're like, damn it.
I know.
Why didn't I just read the signs? Or I read them, I just didn't listen to them.
Yeah, like I didn't want to read into it. Like, nah, that's not what they're trying to say.
You know what's crazy? Sometimes if I've ever pushed it, it'd be because I'll be like, man, I already know you got me, dog.
Do you feel like in that moment, like,
gonna be it.
well, like, did you learn a lesson in that moment?
I did, and like I said, like that happened a long time ago, like beginning 20s, early 20s, and now I've done, me and my fiance, I think we've done like probably like 5 or 6 road trips, and they've all been about 15 to 22 hours.
Wait, hang on. I guess when I said you learned a lesson, I'm in reference to like, I don't know, like not necessarily like how to drive, but like more like, to me, like you probably learned a lesson about like what's important. Like, it seemed like you were trying to go do something that wasn't that important.
Yes, yeah, and,
right?
and I did. Like, if I know that I'm tired and stuff like that, which I've stopped myself many times. I don't care how dressed up I am, and I'm like, you know, like you go to a dinner party, and then people are like, oh, we're gonna go to an after spot, and we're gonna go hang out here, and you're like, yeah, let's go ahead and do that. Then all of a sudden, it's like Friday. We hung out, and I was tired, but I knew on my way home I was gonna go see my fiance because it's all around the corner from the house. But it ended up making me a longer detour. So it was like if I was to leave there and go straight home, I still would have been fine. You know, I don't have to go do all that extra stuff, right? So I have learned that, you know what, when I'm just tired and I've done a lot, I have to stop and say, look, Sasha, we've already had our little fun. We had our moment. Yeah. Why are we trying to overdo it? Why are we trying to overdo it? Because I had to be at work the next day. And I was 6 minutes late to work, but I still made up for my time. And I was like, Sasha, what is wrong with you partying that? Like, if I'm in a party, I got to party light and be smart. Like, not go drinking heavily and all that stuff.
Yeah,
but
and I will say, like, to, I guess, comment on that. Whenever I was, like, single, I think it was more of, like, if you weren't happy about something, or like to feel the need to be somewhere, I guess if that makes sense. But like
you just want to be out
or something.
Yeah.
But then even over time, it was just kind of like, okay, then when we get to the next place, we're gonna do the same thing we just did over here.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Just start all over.
So like, and then you gotta spend more money. Like, it's like, it wasn't like it was never there. Even when I was single, it was kind of like moments where I'd be like, I think I'm good. Like, what I did here, I'm happy.
I'm good. I got everything I needed to. Yeah.
All the energy I need. You know what I'm saying? Because that's normally what you go for, is to like feel some like fresh energy or whatever. And then once you get it, like that's all you need. But if you already got it, cool. But the only time I feel like people go to another spot is if they don't feel like they got it.
Or if somebody invites you and trying to overdo it, and you're trying to hang with them, and you're like, look, I don't mean to be that old lady, but I'm gonna be that old lady tonight. Yeah. I tell everybody, once it hits midnight, I turn into a pumpkin. Like, after I had my child, I feel like he stays up till like 12, 1 o'clock in the morning, and I can be at home and I can chill and create my own vibe and I can have my own fun. But like, I can do the same thing I can do at a club without the crowd and everything at home. And then guess what? On my own dime. And I don't got to share nothing with nobody. I don't got to pop bottles and stuff.
Speaking my language over here.
I'm just like, I learned that from being a mom and stuff. If I was still like single and at home and stuff, I mean, now I probably I would probably do the same thing, but then that will eventually get old and you still want to go out. And
so I guess it depends on what people go out for.
Yes.
Because when I had my own places and stuff, I wasn't, the only time I was out was when I had my shows. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So like when I have my own place, I'm very much like just like you, like a me casa, su casa type thing. Even if we don't got it or whatever, like we don't care. It's like I want to spend time with you. It's probably gonna be cheaper for you to do it at somebody else's house anyway.
I threw house
We're gonna
parties.
cook for each other, like you know what I'm saying? Like and we did that
yeah.
kind of stuff. So I know that when
And
I
that
had
was
my
genuine time
place,
stuff,
for me it's not so much like going out. I just enjoy like people.
Company. That's really was it. Like
yeah.
and it wasn't. It was like a few people coming over and just like enjoy each other's company, good vibe, and like you said, what you could do at a club, you're gonna do at home in your own comfort.
You can do more at home.
Oh, you can do exactly. You can
You
do
can
more at home.
talk louder. You can hear each other. You know what I'm saying? You can like
Yeah.
play games, like all kind of
When I
stuff.
first moved to Houston, I first started like getting into I was like around 20, I was turning 21 when I first moved, and so I was so excited just to like go out and just experience clubs and experience like everything. But I never had like a full on just amazing club experience ever in my life. I've never been popping bottles, going crazy in the VIP, like I've never done that ever in my life.
I feel everybody should do that just one time.
I guess. But I've always had problems getting into clubs for whatever reason. So it's just, clubs has always been an issue for me. But anyways, I digress. The point I'm about to make is just that they're all the fucking same place. It's just a building that serves alcohol overpriced that people stand in line to go get in so that y'all can look like you're somebody when you're nobody.
See, like to agree with that.
Yeah.
Club, I've never been a club. Like, I only went because you invited me to the thing and you got the hookup. You know what I'm saying? I was like, I'll go because you're my girl. I'll hang out with you. Like, I am a very much person, like, if there's a place and I know that, like, how we have shows, sometimes people know the only way they can see me is if they come to a show, to be honest. And so it's the same thing. It's like, oh, okay, I'll bite this one this time, and I'll come to this club because I do want to see you. And I know we're not going to get to talk, but it would just be cool to, like, cut up. But I've never been a fan of going somewhere, your doggone feet hurt, and everybody stepping on your feet. No. You can't even, I like to dance.
Yes.
So I don't like to be nowhere where we so crowded I can't even do the. You know what I'm saying? So I've never been like a club, but I have been a person like a bar, good music person, or any place good music. So like if you want to go grab a drink somewhere, like how we went to like that.
That to me was fun because I can dance and sit down.
That's regular real people.
Yeah.
Club is full of fake. I swear, it's just where everybody go to be
They
fake.
showy extra fake chains that you think is real expensive and real gold. Like I've been around people who have real gold and they don't look like that, and they only showed up when they at home. They don't need to go out showing up what they got. You trying to get robbed?
That's what I said.
What is
we
wrong with you?
That one day somebody, what was it, like 12? Somebody had like 12 chains on or something one time. Me and you was hanging.
Oh, when we crashed that party.
Yeah, we didn't. We crashed some.
Shout out to
no.
Hey, we was in there.
I'm like, please, we don't know his people.
We don't know. He's
we was up in City Center. We was just getting, we had dinner or whatever, having some drinks or whatever, and we heard some like banging music like in this upstairs balcony. And we was like, what's that?
Because it didn't look like that music was supposed to be coming from that area.
You know what I'm saying? So we was out on a little date or whatever, and y'all know me, I'm gonna make sure it's special, right? You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna do something that ain't no nigga gonna do for a lady, right? So let's go up here and see what it is.
What's in a part?
So it's a private event, but it's like rappers in there that, you know what I'm saying, they doing their thing, and the doors is just open. We kind of like walked in halfway, and people kind of like looked at us, but they didn't think nothing of it, right?
Yeah.
And so I was like, you want to go in here? And she was like, all right. And I was like, all right, just follow my lead. I'm gonna use the bathroom right quick.
No, let's pause. This man said, you with me, right?
Oh, no. Because Lakita was freaking out at this point.
Of course.
She was like, damn, I don't know what's going on. I'm just like, so I had to ask her, are you with me? Because she was looking a little iffy. Like I might walk in and she turned the other way or something. So I had to make sure she was with me.
Nah, one thing I ain't gonna never do is leave you hanging, but that's not my... Anyway, go ahead.
Go ahead.
I mean, we basically just scrolled up in there. You were supposed to be wearing some kind of little wristbands. So I just grabbed a couple off the counter and just threw them on us real quick.
Oh, so y'all were finessing. I see.
No, his ass was trying to get it.
Got some free drinks, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Had a good time. Watch some
I was
performances.
so weak, man. But we saw this man in there with a whole bunch of chains on, and I was like, he said they probably fake, and I was like, dang. I said, he trying to get robbed? And then you just said, like, why would you even wear all of that? You trying to get robbed? But then
I mean,
doing too much.
People, and that's the thing is, like I say, like people with money, and there's two kind of people with money. Either people with money who really got money and they're not really showy. Some of them are in like suits guys, and you're like, oh, this guy just came from like a small office. Meanwhile, he's the owner of the company. Or you got people who are like rap-a-lot people, and they're like, you know, big in the gang, and with these, you know, artists, and then they come in with this like one big chain or a necklace, you know, like a little tennis bracelet and stuff like that. Or a nice watch. That's about like, oh, you got money, you're good. But when you get the people with the 15 necklaces and stuff, you couldn't decide what you wanted to wear to go out. Like,
you couldn't figure it out.
You didn't know what was gonna go chop it.
Unless like, I mean, if it's all real and you a rapper, all right, I'm gonna let you slide.
Yeah,
that's your
but
bag.
you're gonna come with a posse of people that like basically blend in what you got
have
going
to,
on.
'cause
You don't come in looking by yourself, but then you see people who just come in by themselves and they're like, yeah, I'm the shit, and you're like, you're just a one man party. Like, what?
You're the one man show. I could rob you right now.
Oh, but speaking of doing too much, Saweetie.
Yeah, well, I don't know. I don't keep up with these
So
people.
y'all know Saweetie's a rapper, right?
Yeah.
We know
That's right.
Sweetie. Yeah,
Yeah.
okay.
So she y'all know she did the McDonald's promo.
Oh, I'm so
You
sorry.
know, she had that McDonald's promo where you get the Saweetie meal.
Oh yeah.
You know, she had a
Uh-huh.
whole meal at McDonald's. Tell me why she got a sponsorship with Crocs and Hidden Valley Ranch to make some Hidden Valley Ranch Crocs.
What?
Like, I don't know what they're gonna look like or whatever, but it's like hidden. I don't know.
They're
I
trying
don't know how the executives over at Hidden Valley Ranch got in contact with the niggas over at Crocs that got in contact with Sweetie's manager to make this happen. But
Are they trying to use her publicity to try to create something out new?
new.
Just like Cardi B coming out with being with Reebok, right? And all of a sudden now she got her Cardi B.
I'm
like-
gonna let Cardi B slide. I'm gonna let Cardi B slide with the Reeboks
Okay.
thing, but
understand.
Sweetie's manager. Who is Sweetie's manager? Y'all let her do this? Sweetie, you need money that bad, girl?
I don't know if she needs money that bad, or they really thought they could utilize her to.
Oh,
Like
no,
her
that's
publicity
what it
and
is. Hidden Valley Ranch and Crocs
Came
definitely
together.
needed Sweetie
Saweetie,
to
yes,
sell these
yeah,
things.
exactly.
But what I'm trying to figure out is why
They
Sweetie
agreed
needed to
that-
put
they
her
agreed to
name on
that.
these motherfucking Hidden Valley Ranch Croc shoes. Look like pieces of shit.
That is like some guys. They look like they're advertising for kids.
Get back with Quavo, girl. If you struggling that bad, you need that money.
Oh no.
Quavo said he's gonna be a billionaire in his class. He's gonna be the first billionaire in his class. He said that last week. Girl, get back with Quavo. Quit all this foolishness. Quavo, tell her to sit down.
Just don't. You going about
You
this?
don't need that bag,
You going about
girl.
this the wrong way.
Some bags ain't worth it.
No, Quavo ass ain't worth it. Take your ass to another nigga, but that don't mean you need no nigga. Just think wisely.
Oh,
But you
my.
know, sometimes you gotta be the first one to hop on a certain trend. I'm not gonna lie, 'cause
No.
I bet you, it seemed dumb right now, but I bet you she not gonna be the first.
Let me see somebody wearing some ranch Crocs.
No, somebody else finna come. Watch. It's gonna be next. Ketchup gonna be doing it. Everybody gonna be doing it.
They already did it with this other girl. There's this Instagram person. Her name is Me Love Me Lot. She's like this Asian girl that does. She does like her own like fashion and makeup, and she actually has her own like
Yeah.
makeup brand now and stuff like that. Because of all of that, she got the same sponsorship with Crocs and KFC.
Okay, let me do a Croc.
I think they're Crocs.
Okay. Let me see.
But Me Love Me Lot, and it's KFC, and I think it's Crocs. And these it's like some fried chicken Crocs or something. You see them?
That's what I'm saying. She not. It's like if
So
it's
it is
a
a
bag.
thing happening. It is
Yes.
a thing happening. Oh my goodness!
So-
Look
so-
at these Crocs.
So what I'm saying, like if it's a thing that's happening and she's just hopping onto it, it's just an easy bag. It's
That for look. See this girl right here?
Yeah,
Me Love Me Lot. Yes, that's her bag. Sweetie does not need this girl's bag. So, like she.
why is this her
This
bag?
is what-
She do weird shit like this all the time.
Because she's a. I'm not trying to downplay Me Love Me Lot, girl. Do your thing. Like I feel you, but Sweetie, you are levels above this. That's what I'm trying to
Oh,
say.
I see what you.
That's
saying.
what you ain't need this bag. This Instagram girl need that bag. You are Sweetie. You don't need that bag, girl.
It is cracking me up.
I love you though.
Shit, you don't know what people need. She probably is just trying to get any bag she can.
I know, but this is what that's what I don't like. That's what I don't like. Like, that's your name. That's your reputation. You really want to be the girl. that got behind ranch Crocs.
It's the same thing as like what you said back in the day about somebody part like featuring an artist or doing something like that you wouldn't necessarily work with, but you do it for the bag. So it's the same concept.
If I needed the money.
Yeah. I mean, but I personally, but still, so I'm saying you don't know if she needs the money
Sweetie.
or not. She might be spending it all, and she probably do.
What you buying?
But you don't know if she needs the money or not. Like, we not her friends. So
I feel y'all shouldn't be pocket watching.
that's what I'm saying. Like, maybe she really
She
do.
don't need that bag, girl. Nah.
Maybe she do.
Not
Maybe
looking like that.
Maybe her music sales.
Not looking like
you know,
that.
like what if
She don't need
your
nothing.
sales, you know what I'm saying?
Sweetie good. But anyways,
Nah, what you trying to say?
I'm saying girls like Sweetie don't have to worry about that if they don't want to.
Well, cause she was already with a dude, so she's not trying to do that no more.
I feel you.
Get your bag, however you got to get it, but just know it's an effect. Just know that whatever move you making is gonna affect your reputation.
Mm-hmm.
So if you decide to do it, then if you feel like you needed that money, girl, you might as well. You know, already come on.
Oh, yeah, you good. Yeah, go ahead. You good.
She's like, let me slide. Everybody seen you already.
Oh, the only other thing I wanted to talk about was I was watching Rory and Mal. Shout out Rory and Mal. Fuck with y'all still, even though y'all and Joe with y'all little thing, and I still fuck with Joe a little bit more, but it's okay. Anyways, I was watching Rory and Mal, and they interviewed The Alchemist.
Yes.
The Alchemist, if any of y'all that ain't into hip hop, y'all don't know, this man's a producer, one of the legends in hip hop, man. Like any worked with everybody from Mobb Deep all the way to Currency to, I mean, list goes on. Anyways,
Yeah.
he had a little interview, and The Alchemist was talking about the power of sampling and being a hip hop producer and then working with live musicians.
Yeah.
And he was saying, he's like, I think Rory and Mal was trying to get to the point where, like, I bet you learn so much from musicians. And he goes, actually, honestly, it's more the other way around. Like, musicians be learning from me than I learn from them. He said, because I'm never gonna, like, if I wanted to be like that. Remember how we had to talk about music theory and like what's better, like being who we had that talk with?
So keep going.
We had that talk with
Explain again more.
we had that we were talking about
I don't know if it was KB.
I don't know if it was KB or David. I can't remember which one.
Oh,
but we was
okay.
just talking about
Okay.
music theory versus people that just play by ear and, you know what I'm saying, like naturally like do it.
Okay.
So Alchemist was saying, like, he's never been into music theory and he doesn't know how to read music or anything like that. But anytime he works with live musicians, they learn more from him than he learns from them. So how he was explaining this, he was like, because of the way, since I don't have that music brain of music theory, I'm not bound by the rules of music theory. The problem with everybody that learns like music like that is they bind themselves to those rules upon which they learn music theory. And so by doing that, guitar players, bass players and stuff, they will only play this way that they learned. But whenever you're a producer and you're doing sampling and you're doing all this other stuff, you mix everything up.
Yeah.
You just mix
Very
everything.
true.
You don't care. Like,
Yeah,
I
and
don't care.
and I will
You're going
say,
based
yeah.
on sound,
And
what
so-
makes it look good as a performance overall. Yeah.
Yeah.
So let me finish my story
yeah.
real quick. So he was saying that these, like, a lot of the times guitarists, especially like lead guitarists or bass guitarists, they're sitting there like playing this music that he's created, The Alchemist, and they're laughing. They're like, "Dang, I would never play like this.
Yeah.
Like I would never do this. But this is tight. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so he said he has much more of those moments than the other way around. And I always thought that was
Yeah.
cool because like I can like kind of like relate to that a little bit when it comes to drum patterns.
Mm-hmm.
Like anytime I've ever like had like a live drummer like try to mimic something that I was producing and making, they're like playing the pattern, and they'll do the same thing. They'll laugh and be like, "Oh shit! Like I would never do this, but that's
Yeah.
tight." You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like so I was just
And that's
thinking
good.
about that.
And that's good. And that's true too. And it's crazy because it's like it ties in with like passion and ties in like what you use in everything for too. Because as like I consider myself a musician just because it's everything. Like it's the singing, like I play keys, like you know what I'm saying. So when I say musician, I mean like I also can play an instrument and also like do other musical things, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So like growing up, I was already interested in like playing keys and stuff like that. So I did start off playing from ear, and then I learned how to read music in like a high school elective class
Oh wow. Okay.
one time, and so I learned how to read music. And then from going to college for music, it was just more like I do feel that the theory helps, but if you are really just a creative person in general, you're not gonna allow your mind to be in a box. So it's just like one of those things. Like I definitely feel better, but then once we was out of college, like if you don't keep it up yourself, you resort back to doing stuff how you want to do it anyway, because you're not, you know what I'm saying? Like if you're not a person that's trying to live by the book, it's almost like once you're out of school, like there's nobody there to be like, you need to be doing these drills, you need to be doing this like piano drill or whatever.
You're your own.
So you end up just going by what you like and what sounds good. And then what I have noticed with like even with my band members, I don't know their background as far as how they learned how to play, because I can't remember if I've ever asked.
What?
We don't have to know that in order to be awesome.
I wasn't. No, that's what I was getting at. But that would be like the first thing I would want to know if I was going to have somebody that was. If I was going to dedicate myself to like other musicians in the band, I'd be like, man, what the? Like, I need to know what you know, player. Like.
Well, yeah. Let me be clear. This is not like we had auditions or something. This is people that have been parts of bands before me. I'm the youngest person in my band, so it's like I saw these people and I already have played with them and stuff before we came. It wasn't like I had auditions and was like, don't tell me what you know.
No,
just show
I know.
up.
Okay,
Yeah.
I was like,
I know that's a super important thing to know, because to even know how to talk to somebody else like in music, like you kind of need to know like.
So like I said, I might not remember.
Yeah.
I can't call it off.
The pictures or videos that you've posted of the interactions you have with your band members, I felt like you were very, very close and you guys were in tune. But I feel like if you didn't know that information, you guys definitely had a vibe and complimented each other very, very well.
Yes, and honestly, it's a group where you can learn from each other. Like I'm just piggybacking off what you were saying that they said. Like it's very true. It's like because of that. What I'm saying is, like, when I say I don't know, it's because I definitely wasn't there. And if we did talk about it, I've been doing it for so long that nobody thinks about that anymore. I just know that whatever music, they not doing it. They didn't go to school for it like I did.
Okay.
Like they did other careers.
You just don't know where they got
hell
to.
They like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like however they got so cold, like how they are.
You don't know how they got into that point.
I don't know how it happened. I don't know if it was like they took lessons as a kid, like whatever. But I just know they got years of playing. And you can tell, you know what I'm saying? But then there are moments where I'm trying to like show them a track. Like I'll produce the track for Venus Lily and I'll bring it to them and be like, hey, just go ahead and play this or whatever. And then they'll be looking at me like, oh, thank you.
He's sharing right now.
That's how they respond to you too. With your music, they're like, "Oh, thank you."
He's sharing.
But it's the same thing. We used to kind of bump heads sometimes. Like me and my bass player used to bump heads because of how he would want to keep everything so structured. Like, no, naturally it would go like this, and I'm like, it doesn't matter. Like, you know, we would definitely bump heads on that because it's like, I got the theory behind me. I know the stuff though, but that doesn't mean I'm gonna put myself in the box. I just need to know this so I can speak to the people that know this. Like, I can know how to speak to the people that know it, but that doesn't mean that's how we're gonna like solely. Like, it should be a blend of the two, you know. And I definitely would bump heads with him. Like, no, like I know that's theory, but no. And he'd be like, Keita, and it took him a long time to be like, she know what she's talking about. What? Like Eureka, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh. So I agree with them on that. Like, but I do feel like it's something that you can learn from both, because whenever you're on stage and you gotta do some stuff off the spot, if I'm not saying go to 1, go to 4, go to 5, that's like chords that they could play. And then it's like that's how you converse on stage when you don't have the beats, when you're not in a studio, you know. So it's like I ended up learning like a little bit from them too, you know, just from like, dang, I do need to brush up on my theory, because how am I going to tell you to do something if this is your language?
I mean, if we're talking about playing instruments, yes.
Yeah.
But I agree. I already said that.
Oh, no.
I don't be performing.
But I already agree. I already agree with what they were saying, because like me and him used to bump heads on that.
But I have to say, like, where I like started to fall in love with like how you sing and stuff. Like I've heard you sing many times, but kind of like just playing around and kind of doing stuff, or like on your Instagram. But when I first saw you play live, like, you gave me goosebumps.
Oh, when we was in Austin?
Austin, yes. Dang. And like so we're in Austin, we're having a great time.
She just busted through a story. What the? She's like, I ain't talking, my son had me on the side.
No, yeah. So Lakita, what was it? We had gone to, it was like South by Southwest, and we had just seen a bunch of local performances of
Oh,
just
yeah,
people.
yeah.
And then you just ended up going to some. It was
Well, I
like
had
a
a
lounge.
show. I
Yeah, you
had
had
a-
an interview kind of thing, I guess, to go to that. Was it more of an interview or?
I think they asked me questions afterwards, but no, it was a show, and it was just so happy. Like we're doing it at the same time, so I
Yeah,
was like,
okay.
"Hey, you'll already be in town. You should come
Okay.
to my show."
Okay, so yeah, so then I sat there and there was a bunch of people. It was more of like a lounge kind of coffee area, and she whipped out her laptop, her mic, an instrument. Like I think you had your piano and maybe
Yeah,
like
I
a little
think so.
guitar. Like, did you bring your guitar that day?
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
Okay, well, anyway,
I was like,
yeah. So
I don't
she pretty
remember.
much brought some instruments and was able to go ahead and play and sing at the same time while also having her backup tunes. Where like she put together a show in like less than 15 minutes, and it was like boom, ready to perform. And she performed about probably like 3 or 4 songs, and I was like, dang, like I don't know how you just go and like on the spot was like, but she's been practicing, and that's where it's like that's organic. Somebody who's organic in the industry, someone who plays and has a love of music and everything, and understands from the techno part to actually vocal to the instrumental all at the same time. Like that takes talent because you have to like, it's a time thing, you know? It's like someone who plays the piano and I got to play only the right side and play the left side and I got to sing at the same time. It's a lot more work than it looks like, you know? And I'm learning how to play the piano and I'm like, what the hell? I don't know how these people do it. But that's when like when you started to sing and do everything like that to me was like mind blowing, and it was like I just got goosebumps as soon as you started singing. I was like, "That's my best friend." What?
Thank you. I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
I'll be mad at people like that. Because the way my body works, like I can only do like one thing at a time, and the rest, the other part, like so if I'm like doing something with my hands, the rest of my body is just retarded. Like it can't do nothing. Like if I'm doing something with my, so if I'm like talking or singing, the rest of my body's retarded. I can't like, you know what I'm saying? I can't do nothing with my hands. Like I wanted to be a drummer so bad growing up, but like only one hand can like work at a time. Like and one, like I can't do all of them together, and I'd be so mad at y'all because y'all just be
drumming is a doggone skill.
Yeah, no.
And then Anderson .Paak want to come out here singing
too.
Oh my gosh, no.
Now drumming, I'm
that's
left-handed.
impressive.
That's like the hardest thing because the patterns are switched up. And so one time somebody was trying to teach me
How to do
and
that.
I was like, bruh, I ain't gonna be able to do it. I can hit I can hit that.
Yeah, like
mean,
just
I'm gonna kick the shit out that bass.
Do y'all understand like
There's a lot.
how your brain works with the connection to your body? The left side of your body is controlled by the right side of your brain, and the right side of your brain controls the left side of your body.
Yeah,
and then on top of that, your arms and your hands got their own section in the brain, and your legs and your feet got their own sections in the brain, and then your mouth got this whole other section in your brain. So to have all of those things in sync,
yes.
doing this like thing like it's truly like one of the most amazing things human beings can do on this earth. That's all I can say.
Yeah.
That's all I can say.
Like for
Dancing and singing is one
it's
of the most amazing things beings can do.
I literally commend everybody
that
who
makes
can do
sense.
that. If you can play an instrument and see it, and I've seen a few people in my lives that play, and I'm like, how? Like that is so talented.
Yeah.
So talented. Like my fiance, he plays probably every other night just on the piano. And when he's in there for an hour, I mean, I'm thinking he's listening to the songs because it's so flowing. He's like, I haven't played this song in a long time. Like, how do your fingers
You just
do
in there
all
dripping,
that?
just ready.
I know, I'm like, and he's like, just work on this side. I'm like, but I need that side so the song can go together because then you don't know what song I'm playing. Like when I learned how to break down the music of it, I'm like, guys, I don't know what to do. I don't know.
Yeah, shout out all the musicians and the singers and the dancers of the world, man.
Dang, look at that. That's 3 things on my belt right there.
Kudos to you.
I'm about, hey. No, honestly, it all go together. It goes together. I don't know how to explain it. People ask all the time, like, oh, so you, like, not all the time, but when I do get asked, that's what I meant. I don't, so nobody just walks up, excuse me. But there are times where, there are times where like that happens, and people are like, how'd you get into dance? How'd you get into this? How'd you get into that? But in my mind, I just like, it all go together. I don't know. It's like when you look at Beyonce and we look at people that perform. I have only seen a few videos, of her like maybe creating something where she playing the piano at home, but like very like simple. But I never seen. But when she's on stage, she's dancing, she's singing, like she's actually putting on a show. You have to act like whatever you're wearing. You have to embody it.
Pause.
Yeah.
Isn't her alter ego named Sasha?
Sasha Fierce.
Sasha Fierce.
Interesting.
That was my salon name.
You had to change it after that?
No, I didn't change it. But like every time every time I would go into the salon to do my client's hair, when I like did a great color or something, like she just got dripped by Sasha Fierce. So, like, yeah, go see my girl. And I'm like, guys, stop. I ain't Beyonce. But they were like, no, it's a different thing. Like, and I just started laughing. Like, you need to name your next salon Sasha Fierce. I was like, no.
Get sued.
You know, the conspiracy theorists say that's her summoning a demon or some type of thing, and that's not really her.
I didn't even read into that. I was
just
told
her
alter ego.
She mentioned nothing about no demons.
No, she said, she tried to graze. What I'm trying to say is she tried to graze over it lately. Like, she was like, oh, yeah, and then I just lift my hands up, and then something comes over me. And then she's like, Sasha pretty much is like somebody else that
actors do it all the time.
Thing.
I was like,
it's a thing. It's called getting into the character. And she was just being super dramatic about it. Like, that's all that was. I don't know why y'all be buying into this stuff, man. They just trying to get y'all to pay attention to them. Y'all do know that, right? Y'all do know celebrities feed into all the conspiracies so that you pay attention to them, right?
Because while they're still trying to
Meanwhile, they ain't doing shit.
Ain't no telling, man. Look,
ain't no telling, but
I don't know what y'all got going on.
If I know you're gonna come to my movie, if you think that I'm part of some little thing, I'm gonna let you think whatever you want to think.
You put money in my pocket.
Look, I'll be damned if I wait till a demon come and I give a demon credit.
She ain't getting no demon
credit for how fierce I am on the damn stage.
You love Beyonce.
When I come up in that bitch, it's me. Oh, you know who got on that stage and sung and conquered they fear? Me. Not no other person that I just call on.
Oh my goodness.
You know what I'm saying? That's how they do it, because even Nicki Minaj, Roman says the things that Nicki can't. She had a whole interview.
What?
Says the things that, who is this? That's you. That's just the other part of you that you tapped into.
That's the demon.
I did not know that.
Yeah, remember she did that Roman's
and I don't want to make
revenge.
lightly of this because it might be a thing, and so
It is.
I don't know. I don't have no fact. I don't have no proof of nothing.
No.
I don't
just
want to say
getting
nobody's.
No, I knew nothing of this. I'm just learning.
But I am aware of such things.
Yeah, when they talking about it and they acting like if it was me, I would never be like, I'll be like, it's okay to be like, man, you got a name for like the spicy side of you. I've heard people, normal, everyday people say that sometimes.
To me, it's like actors. That's what actors do. Especially if you ever hear them like in interviews describing a role, like they just start talking about the character and they be like, oh well, he would do this. You know what I'm saying? They don't talk about it like it's themselves because it's a character to them. Yeah. So they just naturally talk about it like it's somebody else. So
I know what you're saying.
That's
what I'm saying. Like, I know what you're saying. But you know the way they using it.
Yeah, I know. They got too many other suspicious things.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? She just adding on to the list.
You're treading.
Adding on to the list.
You're treading water.
Oh yeah, we good. We in a great place right now.
She was supposed to talk about so much. She was talking about a lot of stuff. But then, little KJ over here crying.
Hey, calm down.
You said something earlier that has been going on.
Boy,
in my
he don't
life.
even know. When he older, wait till he get in high school. You can be like, hey, I got this YouTube video of you. Hey, you know what I'm saying? His high school graduation, gonna be like, oh, look at this.
Oops. He got so quiet though. He got that little.
He ready to get up. He's like, man, enough of this. Forget y'all.
I don't want to be famous no more.
I know, right? He's like, this is a lot of work.
I ain't getting paid. I ain't getting nothing, man. Let me
not paid.
Somebody call my agent.
Well, we gotta do the outro at least. Some kind of little outro thing.
Y'all know what to do.
Yes.
Subscribe, like, comment on the thing, man. Appreciate everybody tuning in. Tell us how y'all feel about the new setup, man. Ask us some questions. I feel like we ain't got no questions in a while, huh?
No, but I have been seeing Rafu has actually been commenting a lot. We haven't gotten like a lot of questions, but we have been getting some other interactions and comments that I have not used to seeing. So thank y'all for doing that. If y'all have any questions, drop them down below in the comments. Anything.
Look at us on the IG. Now you got an IG, you can DM in there, leave some stuff.
Yeah.
Or if you follow us personally.
Subscribe, y'all. We had 65. We went down to 64 subscribers.
Dang, we lost some subscribers.
I don't know
Somebody
who you
said,
was, but we don't give a
fuck. We don't need you.
See you, wouldn't want to be you. Back in the day.
Oh my God.
I was sad because I really thought, I guess next time, but or
There's
a
always
time.
yeah, there's always
But
another
you
time.
when you said something about like the day it got away, and I was like, I swear that's been happening to me, and I'm like, I feel like maybe only women that happens to. Well, you feel like busy and you have like a lot to
Yeah,
do.
like we create more of an agenda for us to take care of stuff and
But
everything.
then it's like, oh shit, when they get. I think timing. I don't know. Anyway, but I was sad.
Yeah, we're going
I
to
was
need more time for
sad.
that, to unpack that one.
Oh
I was
yeah,
sad.
no
I was
worries.
like, dang, I thought we was gonna get into that, and then. But yeah, how you feel?
I feel
You
good. I
You
feel
straight?
good. I feel good.
Appreciate you coming through and
You're
hanging out
welcome.
with us.
Yeah.
You too.
KJ.
Bye,
Oh, he went to
KJ.
another car. He's like, look, it's playtime.
Yay.
All
Well,
right.
And that's
Sasha, Lakita, and Koala.
Yeah.
and KJ.
All of us.
KJ.
And KJ messing up the
KJ.
koala, Sasha, Lakita. Y'all stay tuned next time.
Catch y'all next time. Appreciate
Be on
y'all.
the lookout for that
Bye.
Patreon, y'all. And we out.
Later.